Hello people, welcome to the Mad Max channel. Today we're looking at the Tier 1 British Black Swan. How does it compare to the American Erie? Anyway, base range increased a little bit, or well, quite literally a little, 0.7. How does she compare? Well, health, armor, speed, none of them are particularly fast. Differences are this one has three dual turrets, 102 millimeters. Its major difference is it doesn't use high explosive rounds. It uses like semi-autos with delayed fuses, which makes it interesting. To be precisely how interesting it is, we're going to do the Aerie versus 5 stationary Tier 1 ships, and we're going to compare it with the Aerie. So as we can see here, a training match to see how well it works with its rounds, but also to point out the easiest way to kill a Tier 1 ship. So 5 ships around us, pretty much the same distance to that as the Aerie. And what you want to aim for is exactly the wall line or above it, depending on how bad accuracy is. There's one Citadel, and trust me, there's many to more come. The alpha damage itself with a Citadel is not a lot, but if you get 5 Citadels in a hit, some ships it's a lot easier to get a Citadel precisely in the middle on the wall line. But yeah, you can nearly reliably say that the Aerie, not Aerie, the Black Swan will get a Citadel. 90% of the time, if you aim for that line with good accuracy. So, to the Aerie. As you can see, Citadels.
Target penetrated.
Now, if you happen to be in a Tier 1 ship and you have no other choice, keep your bow towards it. Now, it is overmatched mechanics, but most people at Tier 1 won't understand or have the weapons to actually overmatch the bow. Even at point blank range. I get a bit of a distance. And then we'll end this here. Quite literally with a bang. Now, the biggest issue with Black Swan is 3 turrets, anyone using high explosives against you could disable a turret.
Enemy severely damaged. Enemy severely damaged.
And as you can see, if I'm aiming for the right spot, I'll get Citadel.
Our team has taken the lead.
I'm on purposely missing Citadel to aim for the midsection on the waterline. We'll point out that this map was not the best choice for distances. I realised I had to give it a 20-minute time and nearly 7 minutes to get from the start point to meet these. Well, let's rack the Citadels up.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser. Enemy cruiser destroyed. Enemy cruiser foundered.
And you can see, it is blowing them up straight from Citadel shots.
We've destroyed an
Aim for the waterline. And you would notice something else interestingly funny if we're going from the Black Swan to the Airy. And that is dispersion.
confirmed penetration.
Now the Airy does have range advantage of the Black Swan, but with Black Swan, keep power on, get most of the firepower on, and it's up. You don't get set on fire. Oh, turret's not. No.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Right. Airy's turn. Right. Let's get closer to the midsection. Right, we have a Citadel. And that's a go boom.
Enemy cruiser. Our team has taken the lead.
What was that lucky shot? Must be. Eri versus Eri. You're probably already starting to notice. Even so, a lot of shells are missing. We are hitting it with a lot more. It's taking a lot longer to kill. Sure, we've set it on fire. I can't believe how much the guns are missing at point blank range.
We've destroyed an enemy cruiser.
I was just about to say, as long as it stands there, it's safe. So, how too close is too close to actually shoot at the waterline? This. A little graphical error. If you're too close, you don't see the fire effect. Well, she'll let her burn a bit. But as noticed, no citadels. However, if you happen to be in that little Frenchie, you get set on fire, citadel, engines knocked out. So definitely not the best thing. Unless of course you're moving. Sure, we'll set a fire again. A competent player would have put the fire out at the right time. Important thing, really. Don't put your fire out straight away. Especially if you've got a target to find high explosive rounds at. You best off kill them and then put your fire out. There's nothing worse putting fire out and taking another salvo, which sets the fire off again. And all you got is a burning ship. Okay, to the last one. Citadel. So this only affects certain warships. The high explosive rounds can hit the Citadel. So Black Swan, the Frenchie, and the German one. The Airy and the Japanese one are pretty impervious. And I would admit, I completely forgot the Russian one. I think at this point, it's quite obvious to say that if you wanted to hit Citadels at point blank range, I'd rather be in the Black Swan. But saying that, it is very susceptible to the high explosive rounds of the Airy. Airy for Warline, if it hits. If it hits. And here's a funny thing. No Citadel. So was that this a lucky shot? Or did it go through the deck arm? Certainly can't see a tier 1 ship to have turtleback armor. Citadel right at the end. But here we can tell how many Citadels the Airy can get. No fires, no nothing, but 40 odd Citadels. Next should be the Aries. Next, come on. There we are. Very few Citadels. Only a handful of fives. So I would say that's it for the tier 1 round. Thank you for watching. And do subscribe if you fancy. And thank you for watching my videos on the Max channel. I'll be bringing out videos weekly if possible.